Shane, welcome down here to the Ideal Home Show. We're in Simmonscourt Arena and the RDS, and from EVs earlier on to interiors and DIY, we're now going green. Dermot Gavin, hello.
Hi, it's that time of the year,
It
isn't
is that time of the year.
You can forget the pizza and everything else. It's time to get
It was
out
very
to the
tasty, by the way. Now, the weather has been beautiful, Dermot, over the last... We've been blessed, really, haven't we?
It's been unbelievable, and it has encouraged a lot of people to get out and start their gardening, which is great. But there's a bit of a change. It hasn't rained for a while. We do need rain, some water shortages around the country.
It is breaking tomorrow out west, yeah.
It's also a bit cold for too early gardening. So if you go to the garden centre and get anything that's tender, probably a little bit early, well, good.
Yeah, and like there is still a tinge of a frost as well at night.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, top trends in terms of plants. Take us through some of the succulent array you have here.
So top trends is people love colour. And especially after a long winter, you know, we've appreciated the daffodils that have been up now, the tulips at the moment. But for later during the summer, you have these plants like the Aquilegia here. Isn't that gorgeous?
Beautiful. Very similar to the fuchsia, no?
In terms of, they both have a trumpet flower, but with the fuchsia it hangs down. These present themselves out to you.
And there's a lovely combination of colours there.
Oh, it's great. All in one plant. So that's a great, very easy
Will that come up every year, Dermot?
That's her perennial. That'll come up for every year, as will this one. Isn't that a beautiful, delicate little
Beautiful.
thing?
Like little hearts hanging down.
Absolutely. So that's cold bleeding heart Lycentra, and it's a gorgeous one, perennial again. And the one behind it too, so that matches in colour, that's hellebore. So the hellebores are on their way out, these are on their way in.
Okay.
So gardening is all about a progression of colour.
Of course, so they're up in March, April, they're beginning to fade now, are they?
They're known as Christmas roses.
Oh,
so
really?
right the way through the winter you can have different ones, yeah.
There's a beautiful colour on them, isn't there?
Just, they're a heavenly plant and a great woodland plant.
Yeah.
So people who think, you know, where it's dappled shade, they can't grow, both of those will grow in a shady environment.
Down around the front here, Dermot.
Well, you have the pansy or the viola. That's always very cheerful. Maybe a little bit garish. You know, it's the type of plant that my mum will love.
But I love that. Do you not like it?
As I say, it's the type of plant Granny is my mum.
And I mean, well, the thing about it is you can eat these.
No, it is.
Can you
can.
not?
Yeah, you can. You can eat the flower.
Yeah, which is great.
Actually, that's becoming very big business. There's a great place down Marlfield House in Wexford, and they are famous for selling dishes garnished with flowers.
Yeah, and also cocktails as well for presentation. Down around the front here.
All this, so this would be a member of the daisy family. So if a child was drawing a flower, this is the type of thing that they would draw. And all very nice, all very cheerful, all very easy to use. And we have this collection as a bit of a challenge to you, Derek.
Yeah, okay. Tell me about it.
Well, you see this pot. People, you know, not everybody has access to a garden.
No,
people
balconies, of course.
Balconies, very important. On the video over there, you'll see I did my mum's balcony. That'll come up. So anybody coming to the show will be able to see that. But you can have a garden in a pot. So my challenge to you this morning is to plant up this pot, but talk me through it because you've told me you're a gardener.
Well,
so
I do enjoy gardening. Now we've a big tub of compost here.
Yeah, stop.
Oh, am I doing it wrong?
You are, because
here.
What's in the bottom?
There's a hole.
There's a hole at the bottom, so you have to stop the compost draining out.
Okay. Just some
landscape fabric.
And that into the bottom of the pot.
Into the bottom of the pot.
So that's good for drainage.
Keep all the compost in, but it'll allow water to
Would you
drain
build that through the upwards through the pot then, or you just put it down at the bottom?
Just
into
down
the base
the bottom.
layer?
You can use things like some gravel or pebbles or
to fill it up a little bit.
Old terracotta crocks. So this is great. What you're doing now. That's a really good compost that we have as part of the range that stores. It's peat free. That's what's really important.
So what's in that?
It's green matter. So green. Waste from your garden that has been composted and made into really good compost. And then there's these little bits of terracotta to aerate it, because the roots of plants like
this is like a never-ending pot. We just
exactly.
we just pour it in here, Dermot.
And tell me what you're going to plant.
Okay. Here we go. Now, by the way, cacti are very popular as well, aren't they?
Hugely popular.
I just broke the terrarium here behind me. I didn't see that.
Cacti are hugely popular, especially with kids, and you can see those dramatic big desert plants.
Yeah,
so
gorgeous.
So
if you have, by the way, if you have a small balcony at home, what would you recommend?
Exactly what you're doing now. So colour in, but very good. Breaking
the roots,
a little
tease
bit.
them out. Yeah.
What's that going to do?
And that helps the roots
Go into the compost.
Yeah,
absolutely.
okay.
Yeah,
So I
the
put this
compost
into
there.
the middle. Look, lovely.
Yeah,
now I'm going to get the
okay.
ones that you hate.
Yeah, well, I don't hate them. Hate is a very strong word.
Okay, right. And again, you tease out the roots, yeah?
Yeah, tease the roots a little bit.
Yeah. Back to the balcony, Dermot. If you do have a small balcony, what would you recommend?
So I would recommend a few pots. If it's in a shaded area, things like green plants, so castor oil plant and ivies and stuff like that. If you're out in the sun, exactly where... Actually, that's not bad, Derek.
Well, there you go now.
Well,
Surprise, surprise. My mum loves these flowers, geraniums.
Geraniums.
Yeah.
So they're pelargoniums. They're not hardy yet. So, little tip for you. If you want to go to the garden centre and you get your pelargoniums, at night, for the moment, if you think there's any frost coming, you give them a cover of that.
Oh,
it's
and that'll protect them.
horticultural-free. That'll protect them.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Move them in or give them a cover outside of the
You know when you're building a pot like this,
No,
height is important, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Squeeze it in. Look, see the lovely bit of height there in the back. Am I doing okay?
Yeah, you're doing okay. That's maybe dominating just a little bit, but we're going to put a daisy in.
Yeah, but it's a challenge. I love a challenge.
In pots is a bit like Christmas time. Garish, the brighter, the more clashing, kind of the better.
Now.
That's quite a nice arrangement.
No, that is actually not too bad. Come here.
Not too bad. Then you fill in.
Fill in the back, yeah.
And what you would do afterwards then is water everything in. And
water
that
it.
will really activate.
You're involved in a brand new show.
Not a brand new show, but I've joined the show Garden Rivals. But we are doing a brand new show up north, the Judging Gardens this year, so I can't wait for that. And I'm doing makeovers and Garden Rivals.
And you're going to be down here this weekend?
All weekend I'll be here, yeah.
I'll be sick of looking at you.
With our hanging plants.
Well, I love this idea. This is very cool, right? By the way, how did I do? Marks out of 10?
You did so well, you can bring that home.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to.
Right, good luck, I'm out of here. Back to studio.